Hello, hello. Third time playing Who Will I Romance? I romanced a ghost and a vampire so far. Spooky High School, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes we were reckless, brilliant, sometimes we were just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. I will be.
Here we go!
Here we go. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the monster prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and we fantasized about our dream prom dates. We were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our six most charismatic classmates,
Huzzah!
Miranda Vanderbilt, Damien Lave, Scott Howell, Liam de Lioncourt, who I did last time,
Yay!
Holly Geist, who I did the first time,
What?
and Vera Abrerin. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? Maybe Damien. We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. Well, actually, I might do first girl. I can get the money route easily. As I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose you with which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's traits. Stats. This way, each of you will start by having a stats that better reflect yourself. Let's start. Be a visionary. What will be the next big social media craze? Bullshit. It's your regular social network, but each time someone shares news that isn't supported by real facts, you're taxed, and the money goes to people exposed to that bullshit. Which is the coolest mythological creature? The invisible hand of the free market. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? They always tell you the world is ending. I'll profit on other people's hysteria. What, really? Aww. Oh, I still have time.
Let's do this!
Ooh. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there were 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might destroy the fabric reality of time itself, but who cares? It's a red party. You gain 2 fun. After all, you're walking along, suddenly a car skids to a halt just in front of you. It's not the most logical location for a speeding car to barrel through, and yet here we are. Vera and Damien hop out. The workout isn't bad, it's just not at the level it needs to be if you want to win at all this all-star drag race against a real badass hunk of metal. What's your plan to win, Damien? I just drive your car really fast. Of fucking course it is, Vera. That's literally how street racing works. And that's why. And that may have won you the crown in the past, but it won't work against Justin Darrington. Damien, he's driving a Thunderfuck 5000. And I'm driving a Nancy, a pile of shit. I love cobbling together out of every car I've ever destroyed, either in a race or just literally destroyed via arson or whatever. And Nancy can take on anyone, anything, and anytime.
Fucking metal!
5000 is an electric car. Nancy runs on the juice of literal, actual dinosaur corpses. What could be more badass than that?
So pathetic.
I don't know, maybe running on pure lightning? Nancy is a piece of shit, Damien, and deep down you know that. She does not have what it takes to win us this thing. Seems like this drag race is pretty important to the two of them, and that they're not going to come to an agreement on their own. Looks like it's up to you to be the voice of reason. Sarah, you're right. Nancy isn't amazing, but she can't quite make the grade. We need to crossbreed her with a faster car.
Great.
Perfect. We can get a brand new qualified race car and use and Damien can still feel like his shitty subpar car is useful. Nancy is a thing of beauty and grace there, but as long as her genes that live on in whatever machine I drive, victory of the plan is a-okay by me. The three of you get to work, setting up what could easily be considered one of the most impressive and high-tech car crossbreeding programs in the country. You find a very shiny red electric limousine to serve as Nancy's stud and start the breeding process along, which mostly consists of making cars a reservation at an appropriately fancy and expensive restaurant and loading up their CD players with smooth jazz. Sometime later, Nancy gives birth. Don't ask how, not important. Pussy. To the ultimate car race. Look at what we've made, huh guys? I mean, mostly what Nancy and El Diablo made, but we hope to get them there.
Oh,
yeah,
not bad.
Honestly, this car is a masterpiece. I've been looking for my next business venture, and I think I may get into high-end race car breeding. People make thousands off of breeding horses to race, and horses want to fuck. How hard could it be? By that logic, I bet I can make millions breeding race cars.
Rad!
You totally could. I'd be your first customer, dude. You already were. I'll send you your invoice later. Well, looks like Damien has the race in the bag. Vera has a new business venture, and the world has a new species of super race car. You gain 2 boldness, 1 money from a kickback from Vera, which comes with a genuine smile for her. Score. My voice is gonna hurt in the morning.
Let's do this!
Let's do this. Vera, I see my ex, Liam. You take your seat beside arguably the 2 coolest monsters in all of Spooky High. Here's hoping you can keep up with them. Vera, are you eating manticore steaks again? Yes, and it's delicious. Don't you know the amount of cruelty involved in the mainstream meat production industry? Yes, and it's delicious. Besides, Liam, you're a vampire. Don't you only consume things that are dead? Well, yes, I suppose, but it's always ethically sourced, organic, free range, and human. The human population is out of control, and eating them is the most environmentally responsible thing to do. Yes. Listen, Liam, I happen to have a personal feud with every animal I eat. I make sure to meet all of them first and ensure I am devouring only the ones that I hate the most. It makes extra tasty. Well, then, surely you can inflict such pain without going through the cruel meat industry and supporting factory farming. Isn't home cruelty better anyway? You may actually have an idea, a point there, and if I get my hand into the pot, I can inflict even more effective and specific pain, and I bet there's a way to make money off this too. Hang on. Somehow I've ended up arguing against my own interest here. Liam, do you want to find an innovative, creative ways to move society forward? Or do you want to oppose cruelty, like every other weak mainstream loser? You can actually hear Liam's brain shaking as he struggles between his desire to be perceived as ethical and his desire to be perceived as creative. Maybe you can step in and help. Mm, Liam, animals are already suffering from ignorance. If Vera wants to increase their pain, the best we can do is teach them the concept of death so they can really fear their fates. Let's educate cattle on metaphysics. Fuck. Well, I can't condone animal cruelty, but I wholeheartedly support animal education. I do like animals, but their illiteracy is my fourth least favorite thing about them. Right behind their poor taste in fashion and simplistic views on German cinema. It's not the worst idea you had. Although, face it, Blue, you are known for having pretty terrible ideas about 50% of the time. You loved my last idea. Don't even lie. I don't really see building an empire out of private schools for cattle, but with my business acumen, I guess it's possible, and I can rest secure in the knowledge that I am solving the bovine education crisis. Helping Liam help cows is like helping you help Liam choose you to go to prom with. No, I already went to prom with him. I'm good.
Let's do this!
Let's do this. Yep. 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 You catch sight of Liam and Vera nearby doing what they do best, judging people.
Pathetic.
Ugh, did you see the leggings that Succubus is wearing?
Lame.
How could I not? They're about as subtle as the didactic intent of Jonathan Swift's A Modest Proposal. You know, Liam, sometimes I worry we're the only two fashionable monsters at this entire school. But then I realized that's not something to worry about. That's something to feel smudgingly superior about. I could have put it only slightly better myself. Now focus, Vera. We've got so many more outfits to critique. No way to avoid it. You're about to walk right past them. Quick, improvise the fashion accessory that would actually impress them. Strip naked and tell them you're wearing fabric that only cool people can see. Vera's all about being cool. You rip off your clothes, saunter casually up to Liam and Vera, and let them know about your special outfit. They look you up and down, and then look at each other, and look it back at you. It looks good,
not bad.
decent. I give it a 7 out of 10. I wouldn't choose that for myself, but it's certainly a bold choice. One could say even a pleasant one. Yes. I too can see your outfit. It's fine.
That has been
what?
quite pleasing.
No, another classic. This is an invisible outfit for cool people trick. I wouldn't fall for that shit I was actually talking about. You know. Whoa. Walking naked in front of people, you truly dance the line between being bold and just being an exhibitionist. You gain 2 boldness and 1 charm. Thank you. Your mouth. Ding dong, bing bong.
Let's do
The
this!
body was discovered. I need to start being Rappa too. Auditorium. That day you were rehearsing for the class play. It's as though they misuse themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain creativity. Without warning, Vera pulls you aside and hisses in your ear. Oh my god, the stalker's back. You follow her pointing finger and see a guy dressed in a white toga and winged sandals facing away from you. He looks like a creep. Is it the internet insurer species guy? He's been following me everywhere. He thinks I don't notice him checking me out. in that mirrored shield he has, but I totally do. Ugh, it's such a chore being this beautiful all the time. How am I ever going to get rid of him? Threaten to feed a damsel to a sea monster. That'll distract him. Ah,
right.
yes, finally used for all those damsels and my henchmen have been kidnapping. And also this sea monster I found shopping online. Vera mutters a few words into her collar, and minutes later, a high-pitched cry for help can be heard outside, followed by the gnashing of the sea monster's teeth, the gnashing, and the screams of students. Sounds like Vera dropped the sea monster in the pool again. The creep in the toga immediately sprints into action, shouting, "I'll save you, milady," as she sprints outside. You won't. You know, I don't buy half-assed sea monsters. What a sleazebag, though, honestly. You spend the rest of the time period with Vera, and you pick up some good tips for buying the right sea monster. You gain 2 smarts and 1 boldness. Milady. Bing bong.
Let's do this!
Let's do this. You find Damien and Vera hunched over a scale model of spooky National Bank made of milk cartons, lunch trays, and ketchup packets. Alright, we'll go in through the side entrance, disassemble the alarms with an EMP, and blow the safe. Why don't we just blow up the side entrance, blow up the alarms, and blow up the safe, dude? Because we only have so much C4, Damien. That sounds like a personal problem. What's this thing? Damien points at a kosher dill pickle in front of the vault labeled Police Ogre. That's the police ogre. He's got eyes all the way around his head. He never sleeps, doesn't take bribes, and is invincible in combat. Can we blow him up? No, we can't blow him up. We need to find a way around him. Well, I'm out of ideas. You're blue. We'll cut you in on the heist if you can solve this orange problem for us. Luckily, you're a heist mastermind. Before Vera or Damien can react, you eat the pickle. Fuck. I should have been Vera. Because of Flash, you snack the pickle off the table and bite it in half. Yes, success. Suck it over. It doesn't actually solve the... Look, Vera, now the path to the vault is clear. We can blow it, open it, and walk out with cash. But the ogre is still in there. Map doesn't lie, Vera. I see no ogre. Fine. Why don't you two just rob the bank then? I'll focus on my legal drug trade. We're happy to share a romantic heist with Damien. Together you eat the actual ogre. Just like you ate the pickle. And everyone knows police ogres are the ultimate aphrodisiac. Ooh. I still wanna woo Vera. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, playing some good online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gain 2 money. You spot Vera at the computer next to you, deep in contemplation. You offer her a penny for your thoughts.
Your one and
My thoughts
only
are
Vera
worth significantly
Oberlin.
more than a penny, but I'll invoice you later. I'm trying to launch a new legitimate business venture. I'm sorry, I mean scam. But I'm not sure how to recruit customers. I'm sorry, I meant to say gullible suckers. I've got in no trouble for finding victims in real life. My snakes use their tongues to smell weakness, but snakes can't use their tongues on the internet. I know, I was surprised by that as well. So, any ideas? Intriguing. I admire your lateral approach to the problem. People are looking for scams, claiming not to be scams. But if a scam is actually meant to be a scam, people will assume it's not one. Because why? After all, with a scammer admit to being a scammer, it's perfect. With that taken care of, all that remains is to set up the rest of my scam. I'm off to buy 30 pounds of butter, some gold spray paint, and a very large rubber duck. Huh. At this point, people are not to ask about statements like that. You gain 2 smarts and 1 boldness. But did I win her heart? I hope.
Let's do this!
Let's do this. Class. That day, listen to your elders learn valuable lessons, and after all the monsters' nonsense is the dating gimmicks, you forget attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this school. You gain 2 smarts. Ah, the sound of learning. Chalk on a blackboard, pencils on paper, and an ominous crash. It would seem that Damien and Vera have knocked over several desks in a rush to get one particular seat. Listen, snake for brains. Don't you dare even think about. Back off, brimstone breath. I will turn you into stone before you can even snap your oddly well manicured fingers. What makes you think you're worthy of sitting in the ultimate cool seat? I could get more likes posting a picture of me flipping you off than you get on a full frontal nude. Ha! Clearly you've never seen my nudes. Ever heard of Demon Douche Bros? Texting.com? Well then, if my sex art internet famous, I'm obvious the fucking coolest. You think being ridiculed on the internet makes you cooler than being on a King's Minos list of the wealthiest human hybrids under 300 years old? Okay, this could go on forever. Better set a list for them. Call down an unholy storm of please don't. You focus on this spiritual nose form between you and your eyes, just like the ancient, unengulfed gods instructed you in that YouTube video. Swarms of rhinoceros burst forth through the classroom. Floor, the ground quakes as you make it rhinoceros rain. This will probably create a lot of work for Crazy Marvin, the werebear janitor, later. But fuck that guy. The rhinos surge forward. No, not the sea. Damien throws himself into the swarm of rhinoceros and starts headbutting them. But there's no match for their horde faces. And by the time the rhinoceros leave, the cool sea is nothing more than splinters. It's gone. We're free. Thanks. Yeah. Now we can go back to measuring coolness the traditional way, by subjecting our peers to scorn and abuse. Just as the gods intended, you gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Yay! Yippee. I have 2 more chances to win her heart.
Let's do this!
Vera, you approach Liam and Vera's table to find them thoughtfully tasting several glasses of wine. This school has literally no rules, apparently. Wine. That most exclusive of beverages. Even a vampire such as myself cannot resist its class and allure. Do you know a lot about wine, then? I'm having dinner with the King of France next week, and I could use some pointers. France doesn't have a king anymore. That's what the media wants you to think. So do you know about wine or not? Alas, in my centuries of living, I've only learned about how to look good holding wine, not how to evaluate it. Lame. All I know is that I'm not drinking another glass of that one. Vera points at a bottle with Polly's toilet wine written on it in a permanent marker. Vera. Polly. What I wouldn't give for an experienced sommelier to help us judge which wine is best. You know nothing about wine, but you're pretty sure most sommeliers just make stuff up anyway. You suavely recommended. So blood is obviously for him. The tanners in this robust Malbec are an elegant way to mask the taste of poison. Perfect for diplomatic missions. Why would you want to disguise the taste of... Oh. You're going to poison someone? Of course you are. You're always poisoning people. Quiet. No, I'm not. People in no way directly associated with me are always poisoning people, and soon they will strike again. France has suffered under its unjust king for too long. Plus, he called me fat at a party once when I was 11. How dare he? Wow. Go ahead and poison him, honestly. Who is this king you keep talking about? I'm telling you, France doesn't have a king anymore. Soon, Liam. Soon. Vera's so thankful to you for solving her assassination problem. She lets you braid her snakes. You get bit a few times, but it's so worth it. Yeah, of course it is. Ding dong, ding dong.
Let's do
The
this!
body has been discovered. Bathroom. I bet you skip class and just hang out in the bathroom because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hang out in the bathroom. You give 0 shits, but you gain 2 boldness. You turn around to find Vera staring at you. This often happens, but for some reason it's not a death stare this time. She actually looks kind of happy to see you. Weird. You decide to do what you do best. Wish your luck. Finally, if you'd taken any longer to come over, I would have had to have my minions drag you here. Listen, my day flight was unexpectedly eaten by vultures. Totally not my fault. Anyway, I need to fill the slot somehow, and I thought maybe you could recommend one of your more attractive friends. Haha, I'm just kidding, darling. You're not half bad. But seriously, meet me at the Thousand Arms at 9:15 p.m. where the vultures will eat twice today. Did Vera just ask you on a date? She did. It's like Christmas in whatever damn month it is right now. June. But if you don't want this to be more than just a one-time thing, you best come up with an incredible dinner gift to win her over. You get achievement. You get your trusty decapitation axe out of storage and lop the head of Zaglar Babcock, shape-shifting reptile, human rights attorney. Luckily, reptoids don't bleed much. You're able to deliver the head in a delicate satin pouch on a silver tray. At dinner that night, Vera excitedly unties the drawstring and opens the bag. Oh, you shouldn't have, because murder's a crime, but I'm glad you did it anyway. Daglar has been such a pain ever since you discovered that I don't pay my child laborers or some nonsense like that. How's a girl supposed to make a living when she's expected to pay every child that works for her? Vera later informs you that her actual greatest enemy is time itself, but you can't decapitate time. But anyway, it's the thought that counts. You gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Yay! I have 14 boldness. Vera.
Hey, you.
Yes.
Let's do this!
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you. Prom? Together? I mean, I don't want nonsense to interfere with my skyrocketing career, but what's success if you can't enjoy yourself from time to time, right? And you're not that bad, I must admit. Okay, it's settled. You will help me enjoy myself. Don't read too much into that. We can discuss the details later. See you there.
You might be a promising investment.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a good investment. Prom night was great. Her dress is fabulous. Vera showed interest in your career goals and then she told you about hers. The passionate way she talked about it was equal parts scary and beautiful. So you used your best trick, yet you listened and cared sincerely. When the night was over, she kissed you goodbye on the cheek. The way she looked at you afterwards petrified you a bit, and you're sure it wasn't her gorgon's power, but the knowledge that a new adventure seemed to be awaiting you. Yay! Woo! Most likely to make photo planning again, Vera. Most Cinderella. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about love, about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Damien became a renowned drag racer until he died in the most baddest way during a race. At the funeral, you spotted him hidden among the crowd. He winked at you. Vera kept being fierce, strong, and stunning. Some haters once said adult life would put that mean bitch in her place. But you know what? Vera ended up making adult life her own bitch. Scott became a world-renowned athlete, but he ended his career to come back to his hometown and take on the job of the athlete he most admired most. Now he's back at high school again, working as the coach. For those 3 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and it was gone, just like that. For the Battle of Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. And to capture so much beauty. Bye bye. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time. Bye bye.